It's cool stuff.
A big weekend. Some people are going to be driving down, hunting in Minnesota, but a lot of people will be heading down to the Jackrabbits Bison game for sure.
Yeah, so a lot of travel going around here. I think south of here, it's actually going to have pretty nice weather all weekend long. So we're talking down in Sioux Falls, could have 50s and 60s this weekend. We're up here, not that warm. So we'll be talking 30s, maybe some 40s. So I'll be breaking that down coming up right now. But let's check out what's happening across our area this morning. Having a little bit of cloud cover out there in the southern part of the valley. And with that, some very fine precipitation. So this is down near Fergus Falls to Alex, just south and east of Fargo-Moorhead. And this is moving away from us. So I'm thinking here in the next hour or so, a lot of our radar really won't show much for our area. But this morning may have just a few sprinkles, maybe some misting, maybe in a few snowflakes here and there as we look just south and east of Fergus Falls. So that wave's moving away over the next couple of hours here. Roads just may be a little damp in the southern part of the valley. If we do get some clearing and temperatures drop below freezing over the next couple of hours, we'll have to watch those road conditions. But for the most part, what I've seen this morning is they've just been wet. So just keep an eye on those roadways this morning for the southern part of the valley.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 5:21 on your Friday morning.
This is a live look at downtown Fargo. Kind of a pretty start to our morning, but some areas are getting a little light rain, snow, and of course, we're hovering in those temperatures where it could be just wet on the roads or it could freeze and be not so nice. And looking at your temperatures over the next 10 days, it's going to continue to be an issue. Yep,
I think we're going to kind of flirt with that line most days, at least at some point in the day coming up here. For those of you tuning in that maybe don't have a whole lot of snow on the ground around Fargo and to the southern part of the valley, temperatures over the next couple of days may end up being just a little bit warmer. As we head throughout this weekend,
indoors, it's going to be cold.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, whew. It's always fun to go to, but tomorrow's going to be a chilly day. Even though it's going to be tailgating tomorrow, it's going to be a cold one for sure. So I have to plan accordingly. I want to do some fall yard work tomorrow. So I'm like, I'll probably be wearing the Carhartts out there. I'm going to do it anyway because it needs to get done.
Yes.
But, anyway, yeah, it's going to be a cold one. Right now, though, I really want to talk about some of these impressive snowfall totals that North Dakota saw from yesterday. Here's a look at some. These are some of the higher amounts. A little different weather here. We don't have the tropical weather. We have next season's weather came a little early for us, I think, that the winter storm. But if you look behind us, like this thing's basically out of here. There's a few snow showers on the radar, but some folks really got hit pretty hard across North Dakota. So I saw my brother-in-law pulling his kids behind the four-wheeler yesterday. They're kind of northwest of Bismarck. In Beulah, and it looks like they got a decent amount. It looked like maybe about a foot of snow. So they're having a lot of fun enjoying the snow with what you can. While others are maybe just rolling their eyes like, I did not want to dig out yet. So right now, this system is kind of tracking up to the north and east, getting a little drier air on the backside, but most of us with this big pressure change just dealing with the strong wind. So it is a blustery cold one. I did want to point out there's some very light snow kind of moving into areas just west and surrounding Grand Forks. This is just going to be some very light snow they might see there for a little while. More of a nuisance than anything, but accumulating snow is basically done here. As we head throughout the day, we're going to continue to have that strong northwesterly wind.
Recorded by George Harrison before he died. So all four members represented on this new track.
I feel like I just saw something about that. So
yeah, well, it just came out this morning.
Okay,
so,
I was like, I must have been scrolling and seen that. So
give it a little listen.
I wonder if it's on Spotify. I think they have other music on there.
It is on Spotify, yes.
Okay, I'll have to go check that out. So, and maybe you said
wherever you listen to music.
Like, ooh, I want to hear this.
Spotify, YouTube. They also have a little 12-minute documentary on the making of it, too. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Very, very neat. Fun story there. Weather-wise, not all that fun. It's kind of a just quiet, cool day. So, not much happening out there. I think there's a few flurries up near Devil's Lake area. But let's check out what's going on in your neck of the woods. Temps are cool. This morning was rather chilly, and it's still really not all that warm. So, jacket weather for sure out there. Here if you're heading out for lunch shortly, or maybe you're already out. Tune into us. 20s across the area, some right at that 30-degree mark. Eventually here this afternoon, for those who don't have the snow on the ground, temps should warm up in the upper 30s, close to 40, which is approaching our seasonal average highs. The rest of us will be a little bit cold. Cloud deck still holding pretty strong here in Detroit Lakes. We're at 25 right now, a little south wind at 6. Here's a view in Wahpeton. Still dealing with some clouds across the area. Grand Forks, we're at 24, a little southwest wind at 10. Wind chill right now at 14 degrees. So it's chilly, and that fog has been in some places. It hasn't been for everyone, and I think our tower cam view is so high up there, it's actually catching just a low cloud deck. So impact-wise for fog here midday, not so much. much. If you're heading off toward the western parts of North Dakota, there's a little bit more fog once you get past Bismarck or close to Bismarck. Back around here, though, temperature trend for the northern part of the valley, only topping off close to freezing, maybe just above here this afternoon, and then temps really not fluctuating a whole lot overnight tonight. We'll drop down to 20s again tomorrow for Friday. A cool day, light winds out of the north on our Friday forecast. It'll be mostly cloudy for tomorrow. Fargo-Moorhead right now, we're at 30 degrees, kind of lacking in the wind, which I think is pretty welcome, especially when it's chilly out there. This afternoon, I think we'll approach 40. We may just sneak in there late afternoon hours, but most of our day will just be hanging out in the 30s here. Overnight tonight, briefly hitting some upper 20s, then tomorrow, similar high temperatures, although we might be just a fraction cooler for tomorrow. If we do end up getting a little bit more sunshine here before we finish out the day, Fargo, I think we will hit that 40-degree mark, but if some of these clouds hold on, then we'll be just kind of hanging out there in those upper 30s. But can you tell the difference between 38 and 40? Maybe not. All right, as we head throughout the day here, not much happening. I did want to point out, overnight tonight, there'll be a weak wave traveling across parts of North Dakota. This may clip just the very southern tier of the valley, so watch some of those road conditions in the southern valley early tomorrow morning. There's 8 a.m. It still may linger around parts of the area, so Wahpeton, that I-29 corridor, might just get a little bit slick if it ends up producing a little bit of precipitation overnight. Otherwise, the rest of our Friday, pretty quiet. Not too long from now, though, I'll break down how the rest of the weekend is shaping up for us. Becky, if you're going to be out and about across the area.
All right, looking forward to that.